Not really. We never used to go to Royston much, did we?
No, no.
We used to go to your business networking thing.
The networking group met at the golf club just up here, just on the right here. Was it a tennis club? Can't remember now. I think it might have been a tennis club. I didn't play tennis or golf. So.
No. Or the town hall.
Well, the town hall then?
Try the town hall, because that seems like you're going out there.
Yeah, I suppose you are really. That's the A10 up there.
Oh good, there's a parking machine.
Which one is it?
I don't know, I can't quite see at the moment.
H Park, I think it is.
Oh, it's a huge car park.
Yeah. Right, done battle with pay by phone. Wanted me to log in via Facebook, and then I couldn't log in via Facebook. But then I remembered I'd got a password. And yeah, off we go. Bobby looks keen. That's exploring new places. Well, that was a good start, heading off completely in the wrong direction there. Jenny says the trail starts by the War Memorial here. Okay, 1939 and 1418. Okay, the Plough Ale House stood here, said to be the town's smallest public house. I thought it was going to say the world's smallest. Closed 1930.
We'll go in there then.
Okay, so I've actually found, I went into the library where the tourist information is, and they've given me a nice little guide. So hopefully we can follow that. The present nave was a chancel of the medieval church. It became ruinous after King Henry's dissolution. Says that the road we're on forms a part of the Icknield Way, which is a prehistoric track from East Anglia to Dunstable Downs. There's the Royston Cave shop, so soon we'll be going back that way, but it says we're going to go to see the cross. Yeah, so this is the Royce stone. I presume it gets its name from. Lady Royce's cross, erected in the 11th century at the crossing. Okay, crossing of Ermine Street and Icknield Way. It says about this that it weighs 2 tons and it dates back to the Ice Age. It's thought to form the base of a wayside cross set up here by Lady Roycia soon after 1066. The settlements grew up around the nearby Priory, became known as Crooks Roy's or Roycia's Cross, later Roycia's Town, from which the name Royston is derived. Okay.
That's quite an important place then.
Yeah. They're just saying there's 2 streets here, 2 narrow streets, separated by a building. And it says that's typical of medieval market towns, how they were laid out. And it marks the spot where the market used to be. Yeah, so the Jolly Postie was obviously the previous post office. The whole thing about it here, the Royster Stone, the Royster Cave, St John the Baptist, the old Crown Inn. Yeah. Okay, so it says walk past the pub and you will pass Upton House, a Grade 2 listed building, once the home of the brewer at the adjacent Phillips Brewery. And they brewed Royston fine ales until 1948, for 250 years. Yeah, that's Upton House.
All right.
Received a Civic Award in 1979. So this is Prince's Mews, It was named after the Derby winner in 1951.
All right.
A horse trained in W. Stevenson's racing stables for many years, situated approximately at the far end of the current road. The horse is trained on the heath, which is half a mile up the road.
That's right,
there.
which we passed coming in.
It says, cross over the street you've been walking along, turn right and head back towards the traffic lights. Yeah, it says here it's a brewer's yard. That gives you a clue. There was a brewery here. It says you'll pass Kiln House. Kiln House Yard, and it's the site of a major brewing operation until 1948.
All right. So it's got a big yard at the back.
Yeah. Nice looking Indian restaurant here. So yes, this is Lower King Street, and this forms the western side of the medieval town, once known as Back Street and earlier still as Dead Street from the number of people living there who died of the plague.
Oh, thanks.
So this is Upper King Street here, and this is George's Lane. It said they laid cobbles to help the horses get a grip. And we're taking the carts through there. But, just a Mercedes Sprinter through there now. Yeah, so this is Mulbery Court. It's winner of North Hart Civic Conservation Award. Courtyard contains mulberry trees planted when native silk trade was receiving royal encouragement in the 17th century. Well, they planted the wrong type of mulberries. Oh wow, look at that. Huh. Beautiful. Cat in there, perhaps.
Yeah, cat's looking at you, Poppy.
So the well-converted old barn, which was a day centre and formerly owned by the racing stables, used for storage at another time. It was also the former Bushel and Strike pub. Oh. Yeah, they've obviously got some flats up here as well, Mulbery Court. Very nice. So this is the well-converted old barn used as a day centre, formerly owned by racing stables, used for storage. Also the former Bushel and Strike. Willie Stevenson, racehorse trainer, trained Arctic Prince Derby winner 1951 on Oxo, the Grand National winner. Okay. You can see it was an old barn, can't you? Very old world here, isn't it? Okay. Yeah, so Sun Hill House to your right. Oh, here, just here, was originally another public house called the Sun. So back down the high street. Bull Hotel, Royston's oldest hostelry. That's the old Barclays Bank there. Listed frontage, freehold for sale. I was just saying to look at the roofs up there, unusual roofs, opposite Jeps Lane.
Oh, up there, I think it means.
Yeah, it says the charities above the shops on the west side. The charity shop next to these stands the site of the Hoops. Reported to be a haunt of the highwayman Dick Turpin. He's said to have backed his horse down a well there to avoid capture.
All right. I think it's talking about those windows up there, isn't it?
Oh, right.
Not these on there, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I see them. They're above Kerwin's, both there. Low Tudor-fronted building dates from the 14th century, they believe. Makes it the oldest structure in the town after the church. Erected after the Great Fire that burnt down most of the town centre 3 centuries before the Great Fire of London.
So there wasn't much left then?
No. Yeah, so here is the Masonic Hall, dedicated 1920, formerly the Sunday School of John Street Congregational Church. Okay. Yeah. We have actually been in there because we knew someone who was a Mason here. but I can't tell you who.
No, I
otherwise
can't
I'd have
say
to kill
anymore.
you.
Yeah.
So that's the old courthouse there, building surmounted by the Royal Arms up the top there. And it says the passage between the doctor's surgery and the library focuses on the American Memorial in Priory Gardens. And that's that presumably in the middle then. Yeah, so that's the Priory Gardens across there. Perhaps we'll have a look at that later. And that's the Unity, the sculpture, supposedly representing town twinning. It says over there, the marketplace to your right, nowadays a car park, hosts a weekly market that dates back to the monastic era. King Richard I, the Lionheart, granted the charter for the annual fair held on the first Wednesday after 11th of October. Auction yards and pens for sheep, pigs and cattle used to occupy much of the area in and around the market. During the Civil War there was a confrontation here between parliamentary troops and townspeople supporting the king, during which the troops taunted Roystonians and called them crows, a symbol that's been adopted by the town and still used in the present day. This is the corn exchange was constructed using Hitch's patent interlocking bricks. Former corn merchants' offices have been converted into boutiques, and it's earned a civic award. Yeah, it says that building over there is one of the few in Hertfordshire with a double-pitched roof, apparently. Okay, back into Market Hill. That's the A10 up there, incidentally, isn't it? Okay, back down into Fish Hill. So that's the Market Hill Rooms. It was recently restored by a town council and formerly the British School for the children of non-conformist families. So this is Priory Gates. These 17th century wrought iron gates once stood at the entrance to the Pickering mansion in Wadden and later at the Gables in Baldock Street. Okay. So this is Priory Gardens, and it's dedicated to the memory of Roystonians who fell in World War II. Other gates have been presented by the Royal British Legion, the RAFA, the RNA, the Home Guard and the Offord family. Just pause before turning left at the first intersection and look to the centre of the park. There's a red pillar which is dedicated to the dead of the 91st Bombardment Group Heavy of the US Army Air Force who flew B-17 Flying Fortresses from Bassingbourn and Nuthampstead air bases between 1942 and 45. It was also the home of the famous Memphis Belle. It also suffered the heaviest casualties of any bomber group in World War II. So that's the town hall there, and town hall was built in 1855 on the site of the Turnpike Tollgate Cottage. Served as the first Royston Institute, contained an assembly room, small rooms for the education of mechanics, e.g. workmen, for the Universal Education Act. The newly formed Royston Urban District Council bought it in 1900 for £600 to be a town hall. Extended and improved, it remains the seat of local government in Royston and contains two public halls. The upper hall is named after the Earl of Hardwicke, then owner of Wimpole Hall, under whose patronage the Institute was built. There's a small bust of him on the facade, as well as the Royston coat of arms. After an extensive internal refurbishment, the halls now combine to form the Royston Picture Palace, the town's state-of-the-art digital community cinema. There's a police station which was opened in 1991 by the Queen Mother. It's the War Memorial. Grade 1 listed building here. Yeah, this is the Banyers Hotel, 18th century home of Reverend Edward Banyer, Vicar of Royston, until 1752. I also did a quote for a payroll. I think it was unsuccessful. So don't go in there then. Yeah, so the modern buildings here are where the stables were for the Banyers Hotel. You don't need stables anymore. There's a big car park.
They were also used in the early 20th century for a string of racehorses which were trained on the heath.
Or the Weatherspoons here.
Yeah, that's the Manor House, now bar and restaurant, formerly the home of one branch of the Phillips Brewery family. Behind it, through the car park on the former lawn, is private access to Dog Kennel Lane, which may be in the northern extension of Church Lane, which was over there. Dog Kennel Lane was where the hunting dogs of King James I were kept.
Was that Dog Kennel Lane then?
I think so, somewhere around the back there. Right, so beneath the archway leading to Catherine's Yards is the doorway to Royston Cave.
There's the cave shop. But it's only open on Sundays, isn't it?
I think so, I don't know.
Royston Cave, tours 1 p.m. Saturdays, Sundays and bank holidays, £10.
It's a man-made bell chamber decorated with unique medieval style carvings. Barn in Catherine's Yard bears on its gable end a reproduction from the cave of St Catherine holding her spiked wheel.
Okay.
It's a bit evil, isn't it?
Yeah. What was this about the bank? Bank here? Was where...
Yeah, well, that's what you saw earlier. The bank on the corner is the site of the house occupied by Charles, Prince of Wales, later to become the ill-fated Charles I, when his father's court was at Royston. Right, so this is aptly named King James because there was a lot to do with King James I in this area.
Yeah.
There's a conservative club across the street there,
Yeah,
which was the headquarters of his equerries.
Equerries.
You know, his servants.
Equerries.
The fish and chip shop, which is further down, isn't it? Was the King's buttery for his kitchens, and then we've got King James's palace. The two large half chimneys mark the centre of the old palace hunting lodge of the king. So he did a lot of round here. The houses were for his hunting lodge.
So the fish and chip shop here was the King's buttery, or the kitchens. We have chicken Wednesdays and haddock Saturdays. And this building here was the palace of King James I. So when he had courts in Royston.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was his hunting lodge mainly.
His what, sorry?
Hunting lodge.
Okay.
In its grade 1 listed building containing the writing flap at which the king is reputed to have signed the death warrant of Sir Walter Raleigh.
Oh, nice. This is the final thing on here, isn't it? The Royston Museum, which is only open Thursday to Sundays, and it being a Tuesday.
Yeah. So, you know, in an old schoolhouse, you can see the
old congregational schoolroom, yeah, till 1981. Whoops. Can't go in there, boss. Bobby, can't go in. It's Tuesday.
Yes, it's not open. You can't go in anyway, Poppy, so.
Well, that's it for this little trip round Royston. I hope you found it interesting. I found it interesting. It's somewhere we're not really explored, but we used to live fairly close, so yeah. So if you did, give us a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, please subscribe.
Please.
We'll see you soon.
Yeah.
Bye then.
Bye then.